with small business owners, nonprofits, and really all types of different organizations. We've got over 10,000 small business customers since we started about, let's see here, 13 years ago now. We launched back in 2003. So it's been a great run. To date, we've really embraced both offline and online marketing, and we love to share what we've learned through our experience on our own and also with our clients as to what's working and what's not. One of the things that always seems to work and move the needle for small business owners is direct mail. And here's the thought behind that. So when you're a small business owner and you're serving a local market, the most important thing you can do is get your message and your offer directly in front of the prospective customers, right? The local residents in your area. You need that one-to-one communication. Now, if you're a national brand, then there's a lot more value, perhaps in digital, where you can, you've got almost endless reach. You just got to get as many people and cast the widest net possible and draw them in through more sophisticated marketing channels, e-commerce websites, things like that. But if you are a small business owner, you don't have the luxury of being able to have entire development teams building out sophisticated online solutions for you. Now, you may have a great website and transact online, but still, the basic premise of needing that one-to-one communication does not change. And to this day, there's no better way to get your message and offer directly into a prospect's hands than direct mail. So that's kind of the basic premise behind the incredible response rates and awareness that direct mail can generate for a small business. So today I want to focus on a program that was launched by the United States Postal Service called Every Door Direct Mail. Every Door Direct Mail, for simplicity, is a way to send out your postcards, flyers, coupons, takeout menus, whatever type of business you're in and whatever format you want to use. It's a very easy and affordable way to mail out to everybody in the neighborhoods or zip codes or communities that you need to reach. So what Every Door Direct Mail does is simplifies the whole mailing process. In fact, when it first came out, it was called Simplified Mail. But you don't need a mailing list. You don't need any experience. You don't have to do any of the mailing permits or any of that kind of legwork that is typical of most direct mail campaigns. With Every Door Direct Mail, you basically target specific geographic areas by what's called a postal carrier route. And a postal carrier route is like a group of streets. It's almost like a neighborhood. But all you do is you target geographically where you want your mail delivered, and then the USPS delivers your offers to every mailbox within that area. So it's really simple to do because you basically just choose where you want your mail to go, and that's it. You're done. But there's a couple things that are really important. One, you've got to know who you're looking to target in terms of their location or proximity to your business. So, for example, if you're a pizza shop owner, you need to make sure that you're targeting areas in the market that you service. You don't want to go outside of those areas because that's just going to be wasted marketing dollars. So, for example, if you know that you deliver within a 3-mile radius or a 10-minute drive time tops, then you need to make sure that your marketing campaign only extends geographically to the areas where that's possible. So it's pretty straightforward to do that. It helps to do a little bit of research and really understand your market. But once you've got that basic geographic outline, it's really simple. With Every Door Direct Mail, it's worth noting that your offers do need to deliver to every residential mailbox. So when you use the service, it's truly every door. You have to deliver your offers to every residential mailbox. So homeowners, renters, apartments, condos, they're all going to get your offer. And if you want to include businesses and PO boxes, that part is optional. So you can opt to either include or exclude businesses and PO boxes. So let me show you a couple things that I think will help kind of highlight this program. And I'd also like to encourage everyone to check this out. This is called the Every Door Direct Mail Marketing Success Kit. You can get a free copy of this on everydoordirectmail.com. So everydoordirectmail.com. And it's really got everything you need to plan and launch a successful direct mail campaign. There's a whole bunch of information in here. There's how-tos, information about design and creative services. It's got a page here with all-inclusive pricing, so you'll know exactly how much it will cost to design, print, and mail postcards or flyers. And it's got a bunch of kind of feedback from small business owners and organizations that use it. And even ways to track performance. So if you're worried about doing a direct mail campaign but not being able to measure your return on investment, there's a lot of good ways to do that, and that information is found in here as well. One thing I will pull out and show you that I think is really cool, I don't know if you can see this. This is a direct mail checklist. So if you're new to direct mail, or even if you do it but you want to improve your direct mail and make sure you're not missing anything, this free checklist covers everything. Ways to determine your goals, how to set a campaign budget and timeline, analyzing your competition. So, making sure that you consider what are your competitors doing before you get started. And then everything from sales copy, to preparing for launch, and then tracking your response after launch. So everything you need to know and follow in terms of best practices is included here. I'll also show you a few examples of what you can mail out using Every Door Direct Mail in terms of actual printed pieces. And I've got a variety of samples here. This is a takeout menu for a pizzeria. So you can actually mail out giant full color takeout menus. These I think are really cool because not only is it a menu, but it's got a separate, I don't know if you can see that, a separate fold for coupons and offers. So when you're sending out your menu to every home on the block, you're also giving them a reason to make a purchase from you, right? So this goes right into every home, probably gets stuck on the refrigerator or put into a kitchen cabinet. And this is very powerful. So that's a good example of a takeout menu or a brochure type piece. Again, this could be a newsletter for a realtor. It could be a community guide for a medical practice or whatever. But that's a great format if you've got a lot of information. This is also a very popular format. This is a 4 1/4 by 11 postcard. And this is really a great piece because one, this is the most affordable size. So it's a long, skinny postcard. It's great if you have maybe 1 or 2 offers and a simplistic message to get across. Obviously, you don't have a lot of real estate to work with, but if you just want to get a big offer into somebody's hands, and you've got a really powerful, concise message, this is a great way to go. And it's also, again, the most affordable. Okay. There's also the 6 1/4 by 9. Now, by far, this is the most commonly used and most popular size for Every Door Direct Mail. This example here is for a realtor who's trying to sell a home. This 6 1/4 by 9 is great because it fits almost any application. It works for nearly any industry you can imagine. It's got a good balance of size and real estate to work with. So you can include a few offers on here. There's enough room for some decent messaging and sales copy. And it really just, for those reasons, it really fits almost any application. These are used by everyone from service industry, small businesses like, plumbers, HVAC, home improvement, and all the way to, pharmacies and retail, like clothing boutique stores and things like that. It's just a great size. And by far, we sell more of these than anything else. Now, my favorite size is the giant 8.5 by 11 postcard. This piece mails out flat. So when it's in the mailbox, it's literally this big. So anybody that looks at their mail that day is virtually guaranteed to see your offer. These are only a couple cents more per piece than some of the smaller sizes, and you can see the size difference here. This is the 6.25 by 9. This is the 8.5 by 11. These are only a few cents more per piece, and you get guaranteed visibility. There's no way to miss it if you're looking at your mail. It also offers a tremendous amount of space to work with, so you can use big images or lots of white space. And you can really, the sky's the limit when it comes to design. You can include multiple offers, and it's just a great piece. So if you've got a grand opening or you've got a seasonal business where making sure people know about you and your products or services right off the bat is critical, use a piece like this. It will guarantee that exposure, and as a result, you often get much better response rates and ultimately better ROI. So this is a really great size piece to use if you've got to make an impact, and it's especially if it's seasonal or a grand opening, something like that. So those are 4 examples of the most common size every door direct mail pieces. Again, you can get your free marketing success kit at everydordirectmail.com. So if you're thinking about using direct mail or you've used it before and want to kind of revisit it, from planning your campaign to getting the most out of your campaign, this guide will give you everything you need. All right. So let's talk about 3 things that you can do to get better results with your direct mail marketing. These are 3 things. I've been doing this for about 10 years now. And when people ask me, what can you do to make sure you get a great response? Or how do you ensure that you're doing things correctly when it comes to direct mail? These are the 3, or I should say the top 3 things I recommend. 1 is always focus your direct mail campaign on a single call to action. A call to action could be, a coupon that says, get an oil change for $19.99. It could be a buy one, get one free deal. It could be an invitation to sign up for a community event or volunteer work or anything like that. But you want to keep the message and the offer focused. You have to remember that when people receive your direct mail offers, they're usually scanning the mail, looking through, for bills or offers they might like. And you've got a very short amount of time to make an impact. So if you've got a great product or service and a great deal, that needs to be the focus. Always focus on the offer and the customer, or I should say not the customer, the audience who's reading that offer. If you reach the right audience with the right offer at the right time, you will be in really good shape in terms of your results. So always keep that in mind. What is your main offer? And who is your audience? How do you connect the two and make it as attractive as possible? Okay. 2, you need to have a great professional looking design. That doesn't mean your design has to be, super fancy or super high tech or whatever, but you need to have a good design. If you're pulling images off the internet, and then printing them and mailing them out on your direct mail pieces, that's a red flag. Do not do that. I've actually seen instances where the business owner or advertiser will cut corners on their design. Even if they have a great offer, they'll cut corners on their design by doing it themselves, on Microsoft Word or PowerPoint or something like that, as opposed to using, the Adobe suite. And even if they've got a great product, service, and offer, if it doesn't look the part, you're not going to get great results. In fact, if it looks really bad, you could actually hurt your business through your marketing. So if you've got a really, just cut and pasted looking piece with, no branding, and it's just kind of a mess, when people get that, they're going to say, wow, this business does not look right. They're probably cutting corners. You just don't want to make the wrong impression, is what I'm getting at. So always, be mindful of your design. Make sure it's professional, one way or another. And by professional, I mean it's got your logo. It uses high quality images and graphics. The text is very clear. The offer is very clear. If you're cutting and pasting stuff off the internet, stop. If you're trying to design something yourself and you're not really a designer and you don't have experience with Photoshop or Illustrator, stop. Design services are so affordable these days through the power of the internet that for $100, sometimes less, you can get at least a basic professional design put together. And that is worth its weight in gold when you're sending out direct mail pieces. If it looks great and you send the right prospects, the right offer at the right time, then you're going to be in a much better position and much more likely to succeed and get a positive ROI. Okay, so those are the first two. Now, number 3 is something that in recent years has become more applicable, and that is the channel or the type of channel you use in terms of your marketing campaign to reach prospects is the same type of channel you should ask them to respond with. So what does that mean? So in short, if you're sending somebody an offer via email, it's easy for them to click and go to your website and buy something or create an account or whatever you want them to do. So in other words, if you're sending them an online communication, the response method or the redemption method for that offer should be online as well. But if you're marketing to them offline, it's often easier and you're better advised to ask the recipient to respond in that same format as well. So if somebody's receiving your postcard and they're offline when they're looking at it, the response mechanism should be, hey, call us right now. It's very tough, to get someone to be holding a printed piece of paper, whether it's a book, a direct mail postcard, or a brochure, and then say, hey, go online to our site and then, do this or buy this or take some type of action. It's much easier if they're offline, quote unquote, for them to pick up their phone and call you. So I would strongly recommend that you follow that basic principle. If they're clicking on your Google ad, obviously they should go to your website. But if they're responding to something they see or get offline, it's much better for them to pick up the phone and call you or send them right to a retail location, that kind of thing. So those are my 3 big tips that I've seen make the biggest difference in terms of success versus not generating a positive ROI with direct mail. And they're really easy things to do, but sometimes it's the easiest things that are also the easiest to miss. So those are 3 things you can do right off the bat to put yourself in a great position to be successful with direct mail. So that's it for today's live stream. I hope this was helpful. This is one of our first live streams ever, so I'm going to make sure the video quality and the audio is, the levels are right and all that. So we'll be back soon, maybe tomorrow or early next week with another helpful live stream. And as always, leave us comments on YouTube. We'd love to hear your feedback. If you've got questions during our live streams, you can enter those questions live while we're on the air and we'll respond to them. So thank you again for attending today. This has been a lot of fun. I enjoy this and we'll see you very soon. Thank you.